Did you know that Myanmar, a land of breathtaking landscapes and rich culture, also hides some darker truths? Imagine living in a place where your only chance to meet new people is during a protest, where riding a motorbike could come with dangerous consequences, and where traditional practices from centuries past still hold an influential grip on society. This is Myanmar, a country of contrasts, beauty, and struggle. In this video, we'll take you through the often unseen sides of Myanmar, exploring everything from political unrest to unique cultural traditions. And be sure to stay until the end. We have a surprising fact about one of Myanmar's ancient customs that will leave you amazed. Let's start with the political landscape of Myanmar, a complex story shaped by years of instability. In 2021, the military staged a sudden coup, toppling the democratic government and jailing key leaders. For Myanmar's people, it was a devastating blow, disrupting years of gradual progress toward freedom. The Council on Foreign Relations noted that this single event turned Myanmar into a country of divided loyalties, where government forces face off against pro-democracy supporters and ethnic militias in relentless conflict. The coup didn't just impact the government, it also wrecked the economy. Once rich in resources and known for its agricultural prowess, Myanmar now struggles with widespread poverty. Over half the population lives below the poverty line, with over 1 million people displaced from their homes due to ongoing violence. Imagine waking up each day not knowing if you'll find shelter or food. That's the reality for millions in Myanmar. Adding to this strain is the recent decision to restrict men from leaving the country to work abroad. The military is calling for more recruits, so men can no longer obtain visas to seek employment overseas. Many young men fearful of forced conscription flee in secrecy, hoping to avoid the relentless pull of the military regime. Some join underground movements, choosing resistance over submission. This has created a tense environment where fear and uncertainty rule daily life. In Myanmar, even personal relationships are affected by strict societal norms. The government, the community, and traditional laws all play roles in dictating how people love, marry, and interact with each other. According to Frontier Myanmar, one of the most significant influences is the pressure to marry within one's ethnic group. Myanmar is a diverse nation, home to a variety of ethnic groups such as the Burmese, Chinese Burmese, and Indian Burmese. Marriages between these groups are rare, as communities often discourage unions with outsiders, especially with foreigners. Preserving cultural heritage remains a priority, and many fear that intermarriage might dilute ethnic identity. Marriage restrictions go even further with the Myanmar Buddhist woman's special marriage law. Buddhist women who wish to marry non-Buddhist men face numerous legal hurdles, including the requirement to announce their marriage publicly for 2 weeks, allowing anyone to raise objections. This law affects more than just love. It impacts inheritance rights as property is prioritized for Buddhist spouses and children. For many, this law represents an obstacle to marrying freely outside their religion, making interfaith marriages nearly impossible. In Myanmar, traditions don't just decorate daily life, they define it. Take the practice of betel nut chewing, for instance. TheWorld.org noted that people chew small parcels of betel nut, tobacco, and lime wrapped in leaves for a quick energy boost, much like a cup of coffee. The nut stains teeth red, a sight that may surprise new visitors. But this practice isn't just unusual, it's risky. Betel nut chewing is linked to oral cancer, and even young children can be seen partaking, highlighting a tradition that's deeply ingrained despite health concerns. Respect for religion is also fundamental in Myanmar. Buddha imagery holds a sacred place in society, and any misuse or disrespect can lead to severe consequences. Tourists are often warned to avoid wearing Buddha-themed items or posing in front of Buddha statues inappropriately. In one notable case, a foreigner was jailed for using an image of Buddha in an advertisement, showing just how seriously Myanmar takes its reverence for religious symbols. This respect goes beyond a simple guideline. It's a principle that Myanmar upholds fiercely. Amidst the turmoil, Myanmar's youth have found a unique way to connect with each other through the country's pro-democracy protests. With bars, universities, and dating apps restricted, these demonstrations have become the only real venue for young people to meet. This phenomenon, often called revolution love, has transformed protests into opportunities for romantic connection. It's not unusual to see couples form bonds during rallies, standing side by side in the face of adversity. According to Nikki Asia, this blend of romance and rebellion has taken on a life of its own. On social media, the term Tanpusar, or Revolution Love, even trends as a hashtag. For some, these relationships symbolize hope, offering a small slice of normalcy in a time of crisis. Some couples have even committed to marriage, vowing to wed when peace finally comes. These are stories of love born not out of convenience but from shared resilience and a desire for a better future. Before we dive deeper, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more eye-opening insights from around the world. And remember, stay with us until the end for a fascinating bonus fact about Myanmar. Beyond romantic connections, another darker reality looms in Myanmar's society: scam centers that prey on vulnerable individuals. Myanmar has become infamous as a hub for organized romance scams, targeting people around the world with promises of love. Al Jazeera reported that workers in these centers often find themselves trapped, lured by fake job offers, only to be forced into scamming people for profit. In a border town called Mayawati, these scam centers are fortified with high walls, barbed wire, and armed guards, making escape nearly impossible. Once inside, workers contact potential victims, building relationships before convincing them to invest in fake online trading platforms. The emotional manipulation can last days or weeks, and victims lose significant amounts of money. Escaping the scam centers comes at a price. Families of trapped workers must pay high ransoms for their release. These centers are a grim reminder of the challenges Myanmar faces, not just within its borders, but its impact on the world beyond. Myanmar is also home to some unique and endangered cultural practices. Among the Chin people, facial tattoos are a distinctive tradition that has spanned centuries. Originally intended to protect women from being abducted by foreign kings, facial tattoos became a mark of beauty and identity. Using soot and plant-based ink, these intricate patterns were applied with needles. However, the government banned the practice in the 1970s. And now only a few older women bear these symbols, as the tradition slowly fades away. Another striking custom is seen in the Kayan Lawi women, known for their elongated necks adorned with brass coils. For these women, the neck rings symbolize beauty, grace, and pride. However, they can also lead to health issues like vertebrae collapse and chronic pain. Despite the risks, this tradition remains a defining feature of the Kayan Lawi identity. The sight of these women draws tourists from across the globe, yet the practice also raises ethical questions about cultural preservation versus personal safety. Amidst these cultural highlights, Myanmar faces serious health challenges, especially for women. Data from official websites shows that maternal mortality rates in Myanmar is significantly high, with about 282 deaths per 100,000 live births, more than double the average for Southeast Asia. The reasons include unsafe birthing conditions, limited access to medical care, and complications from untreated pregnancy issues. Many births take place at home, where adequate health care is often out of reach. Efforts to address these challenges come from international organizations like the United Nations Population Fund and NGOs, which provide hands-on training and build healthcare facilities. However, progress remains slow, and Myanmar's women continue to face elevated risks with each birth. It's a reminder of the essential yet fragile support systems required to keep communities healthy and safe. As we wrap up, it's clear that Myanmar is a country full of contrasts, a land of beauty intertwined with hardship. From political struggles to ancient customs, Myanmar's stories are as complex as they are captivating. If you found this journey through Myanmar enlightening, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more content. And as promised, here's your bonus fact. Did you know that the Chin people's facial tattoos were originally a form of protection, meant to prevent the abduction of young women by foreign rulers? This ancient practice reveals how cultural traditions can carry powerful stories, even those rooted in hardship and resilience. Thank you for watching, and be sure to check out our next video, 10 shocking things about Finland that will leave you speechless. Until next time.